Do you all have a patio or a lean-to that goes off your back porch that you could utilize for more space, if you will? Well, here at Shayla's place, we do have a patio that used to be wide open, and we had our patio chairs and our grill and whatnot would sit out here. But the mosquitoes are horrible here in Oklahoma. I'm sure there are everywhere in the country. But anyhow, we had the idea of enclosing this patio, and I'm always proud of Shayla's carpentry work. As you're going to find out more, she knows how to frame walls, and she put together this screened in area for us. However, we've found some mishaps that we're going to do different, and we would like to redo the project and take you along for every step of the way while we're doing it.
Okay, so where Art is at, he's going to show you, but the way I framed this out, I had measured this, and this patio is almost 12 by 12. It's actually just a little bit less than 12 foot wide on this side, and it's just a little bit more than 12 foot wide on this side. So what I did was I just went and got a bunch of 12-foot 2x4s. So on this side, I did a 12-foot. Of course, I had to cut it down to size. Well, what I first did actually was, what is this, 8 foot, I think, tall?
The door, 8 foot tall ceilings, yes.
Yeah, ceilings. Okay, so our ceiling was 8 foot tall. And so first I put a 2x4 that way and drilled it into there was already a post there. So I just attached a 2x4 there, and then I attached a 2x4 here, and then I took my measurements of what amount of space was left in between and cut that 2x4 down, and then I just duplicated that 2x4. I just matched it up with two more 2x4s to make the middle piece and the bottom piece. And the reason why I put this centerpiece in is because when I looked at screen online, I ordered the screen on Amazon, and it was a 4 foot wide roll. And yeah, you're right, it is an 8 foot ceiling because I got the 4 foot wide roll, knowing that if I put a 2x4 in the center, let me bring this in closer, then when I rolled the roll out, we could just see it's a 2-layer. Yeah, here's the other piece right here. So I put the top on first, I have a staple gun, so I just stapled it all along, and then did the bottom, and I put this in just for extra support here. And so anyway, then I knew on this side I needed to put a door, and this side is slightly bigger than 12 foot. And so I found this door at the time for $36 at either Lowe's or Home Depot. So I went and bought the door, brought it home, measured it out, and then framed a doorway for myself with extra 2x4s. But once I put a 2x4 over here and over here, that took up enough of the space that it brought it down to an even 12 foot or just a little less than 12 foot, so that I never had to buy anything that was over 12 foot. And then also this middle piece was a 12-foot one, but the piece that I had to cut off is actually what I used to frame in up above the door. And then we'll show you some other modifications that we had to do. And we always had the plan to come back, and that piece right here behind you, that piece of trim, we always had the plan to come back and trim this out to hide the staples. But that's what we're going to show you, is that the mistake that we realized within about a week of building this patio, or screening it in, I should say, we realized that we had put the screen on the inside, and so all the wind from the outside, it brought all of this debris in from the other side, and it gets stuck down in there. And it occurred to me that had we screened it from the opposite side, then nothing could have blown into it. So that is what Art was talking about, that we're going to redo. So we're going to take all of the screen down, not today, but in a future project in a couple of weeks, and we will bring you guys along for that. And then once we get it rescreened on the outside, then we're going to go back and get some more of that one. What is that one?
Well, it's like a 1 by a quarter, if that.
Yeah, it's not even
It's
a
just
one
trim.
anything. It's just a piece of trim. Yeah.
it's just trim.
So we're going to get enough trim to trim it out. You know, all
of it. Yeah.
up. And then over here, I had just, you can you see up there, where I had to add in that to, to be able to put the door on. Then we just added more screen up here to keep, and that was, of course, to keep the mosquitoes out so that we could have a mosquito-free area to hang out here. And then if you've seen like our bathroom remodel video, now we bought for this handle, sorry, I'm moving okay. For this handle, this was just a gate kit. What was that, like $18,
If that,
$16?
under $20,
like yeah.
Definitely under 20.
And so we just Art drilled a hole in the door for me, and we just put it on just like a latching gate kit. And then at night, when we're in for the night, then if you've seen our bathroom barn door that we did, this was a 2-pack lock. And so we just had this extra lock, so we just stuck it on here just for extra security at night. But the thing that I knew that we had to have when we did this was a way to be able to open and close this no matter which way you're going in or out. Because a lot of different latches and doors that we looked at, it would have been an issue if you were on the outside trying to get in or vice versa. So anyway, so that was that. And what else was I going to mention? Oh, there was a gap here. So we need to redo this piece of foam. But we just bought like a roll of this little, I'll show the roll actually, but we just super glued it on here to, actually if I open it, you can see it better, to make sure that there was a good seal here so that no bugs could get in. So, oh, we are going, the one thing that we have not done yet is install a doggy door. And the other day I was at my dad's and he had these extra scrap 2x4s and he said I could have them. So we are going to DIY a doggy door over here somewhere, because the doggy doors that you can buy are $40. And so we think we've got enough materials on hand that we can create our own. So when we rescreen this in a couple of weeks, that's the other thing we're going to do as well. Right?
Correct.